JuJu Watkins Leads No. 4 USC Past No. 22 Michigan State. When the stakes are highest against ranked opponents, JuJu Watkins plays her best basketball. And Wednesday's game versus No. 22 Michigan State was no exception. Entering the matchup, Watkins was averaging 24.4 points and 8.0 rebounds against top 25 opponents. Against the Spartans, she scored 28 points and had 8 rebounds in leading led USC to an 83-75 win at the Gallon Center, securing the team's 7th victory over a ranked opponent. And even when Watkins was slowed down with an early injury, USC, 24-2 overall, 14-1 Big Ten, showed why it is one of the nation's best teams, relying on its depth to step up. While the win is largely credited to Watkins' performance, teammate Kiki Iriafen also played at a level comparable to the superstar, something she's quietly done all season. Both scored in double figures and led the Trojans during crucial moments, securing the victory. JuJu and Kiki are the best duo in the country, Coach Lindsay Gottlieb said. They played like it tonight. It was the type of game where they were trying to make it chaotic, and sometimes players have just had to make plays. Michigan State's game plan was designed to contain Watkins, an all-for-naught effort. By halftime, Watkins had 17 points and 4 rebounds. Lately, Watkins has elevated her game by playing more confidently, taking high-percentage shots, attacking the rim, and creating open looks. The focus on Watkins down the stretch allowed Iriafen to increase her production in the second half. Iriafen continues to complement Watkins perfectly, a constant the Trojans have had all season. Iriafen finished with her 9th double-double of the season, scoring 24 points and grabbing 10 rebounds. Read more, The Times of Troy. JuJu Watkins was the star of an epic movie, but it was real life. Who wouldn't want to play with Kiki? Watkins said. All you've got to do is really give her the ball in the post. It makes my life, and everybody's life, a lot easier. Iriafen's 11-point outburst in the third quarter extended a 10-point halftime lead to 68-47. I was just flowing, Iriafen said. I play best when I'm not really thinking about it, having fun. I've upped back to that this game and did what I needed to do. Her stepping up was especially needed with the Trojan star going down. With 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter, Watkins hit the floor while trying to defend a post move. As she walked to the locker room, she held her neck in obvious pain. At the start of the second half, the team's leading scorer told her coach, "I'm good to go," and returned to the court. "I got my neck tied up a little bit. I was fine." "I was in a little bit of shock," Watkins said. Gottlieb was relieved to see her star back on her feet, saying, "There've been a lot of times I've seen her on the ground and pop right back up." She suggested that Watkins is a magnet for contact and takes a bit more than she'd like, alluding to the referees, then adding, "I don't want to get myself in trouble." The Spartans, 19-7, 9-6, gave the Trojans a scare late in the fourth quarter, going on an 11-2 run that cut the lead to just 74-68. But Watkins scoring in the final minutes, 3 decisive driving layups, one of which led to her hitting the deck again, helped fend off the comeback attempt. Watkins finished with her 11th game of 25 points or more, continuing her recent stretch of high-scoring performances. Gottlieb praised her team's intent, an intangible the Trojans will need as they face 2 more ranked opponents, No. 25 Illinois and No. 3 UCLA, to finish the regular season with the Big Ten tournament looming. "We can control our destiny the last 2 games, Gottlieb said. "To get this far with 2 games to go and a top 4 seed is something. But our goals are bigger than that. Our opportunity is to compete for a championship." Get the best, most interesting and strangest stories of the day from the LA sports scene and beyond from our newsletter, The Sports Report. This story originally appeared in Los Angeles Times. You gotta elevate. JuJu Watkins gets valuable advice from Sheryl Miller. JuJu Watkins is considered by many fans, analysts alike, as one of the top rising college basketball stars that rival even Caitlin Clark in terms of appeal and overall achievement. In light of this, the USC Trojan star got an advice from WNBA legend and Hall of Famer for how she can take her game to the next level. In her recent appearance on the All the Smoke podcast, WNBA legend and Olympic gold medalist Sheryl talked about the rise of JuJu Watkins to fame, her dominance in the court, and her exceptional basketball skills. With these things said, Miller pointed out that with the legacy of other big names that had gone through the USC program, JuJu Watkins has a lot to live up to. First and foremost, a tremendous talent, and for someone who's been skyrocketed into the spotlight, Miller said, "It's not just the spotlight. She's playing at USC, and you got the McKee twins, Cynthia Cooper, myself, Lisa Leslie, Tina Thompson. They're all Hall of Famers, and now you're expected to not just achieve and arrive. You gotta elevate if you gotta make your next mark." Miller then added that she has been impressed with how JuJu Watkins has handled everything so far. And to watch this young lady come in as a freshman and poised, just even-keeled, I was pleased to see that, her adjustment when things went tough. And I'm always amazed at how solid she is as a human being. JuJu Watkins praised by former NBA champ. She plays like a man. In the same podcast episode, former NBA champion Matt Barnes also shared his opinion on the intensity of how JuJu Watkins plays. As he described it, the USC star plays like a man. "I don't want to disrespect her game by saying she plays like a man, because she's one of the best women in the game. But she plays like a man, bro. Her moves, her rhythm, the way she gets to her spots, the way she goes downhill, it is so impressive." JuJu Watkins has been a driving force behind the USC Trojans' successful season, leading them to the 2025 March Madness tournament. She is averaging 24.4 points, 6.7 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game. Throughout the season, she has consistently delivered stand-up performances, including a 38-point game against UCLA and a 30-point game in the Big Ten tournament. For more sports content, follow us at Hardwood Heroics for your NBA and college basketball reading fix. You can reach out to Dan Agulto through email at papadanf@mail.com. To read more of our articles and keep up to date on the latest sports news, click here. Dan has been active in sports since 2016 and has worked behind the scenes as a scriptwriter for basketball, volleyball, and other sports. At a time, Dan has also been working as a sports commentator for CBA Pilipinas. During the pandemic, he has also been actively writing betting articles for Cashbait and Bet No.